வாகை சூடவா.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். இந்த வாகை சூடவா நிகழ்ச்சியில் உங்களை அனைவரையும் சந்திப்பதில் மிகவும் மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறேன். இன்று இயற்பியலில் நீட் மற்றும் ஜேஇஇ தேர்வுக்கு எலக்ட்ரோ மேக்னட்டிக் வேவ்ஸ் பாட பகுதியிலிருந்து எது மாதிரியெல்லாம் வினாக்கள் கேட்கப்படலாம், அது கேட்கப்படக்கூடிய வினாக்களுக்கு எந்த மாதிரியான தீர்வுகளை நீங்கள் தயார்படுத்திக் கொள்ள வேண்டும் என்பதை விளக்குவதற்காக இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி ஏற்பாடு செய்யப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. ஆகையால் எலக்ட்ரோ மேக்னட்டிக் வேவ்ஸில் டிஸ்பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் கரண்ட்னா என்ன, எலக்ட்ரோ மேக்னட்டிக் வேவ்ஸ் எவ்வாறு உருவாகிறது, அதனுடைய சோர்ஸ் என்ன, அதனுடைய ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸ் என்ன, எலக்ட்ரோ மேக்னட்டிக்ஸுடைய ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸ் என்ன, எலக்ட்ரோ மேக்னட்டிக் ஸ்பெக்ட்ரம் எவ்வாறெல்லாம் உருவாகிறது, எலக்ட்ரோ மேக்னட்டிக் ஸ்பெக்ட்ரத்தில் என்னென்ன அலைகள் இருக்கின்றன, அவற்றின் பயன்பாடுகள் என்ன, ரேஞ்ச் ஆஃப் எலக்ட்ரோ மேக்னட்டிக் வேவ்ஸ் டிபெண்ட்ஸ் அப்பான் த ஃப்ரீக்வன்சி அண்ட் வேவ் லென்த், மற்றும் டைப் ஆஃப் ஸ்பெக்ட்ரம், எமிஷன் ஸ்பெக்ட்ரம், அப்சார்ப்ஷன் ஸ்பெக்ட்ரம் மற்றும் ஃப்ரானோஃபர் லைன் ஆகியவற்றை பற்றி இன்று பார்க்க போகிறோம். இதில் ஃபஸ்ட்டு டிஸ்பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் கரண்ட். இப்போ பாடங்களில் இருந்தே பார்த்தோம்னா எலக்ட்ரோஸ்டாட்டிக்ஸில் பாடத்தில் நம்ம என்ன பார்த்துருக்கோம் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்க, ஒரு ஐசோலேட்டட் பாயிண்ட் சார்ஜ் கிவ்ஸ் எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்டு. இப்போ எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்டு சேஞ்ச் ஆகும்போது மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்டை கொடுக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி தேர்ட் லெசனில் பார்த்துருக்கோம். இப்போ வேரியேஷன் ஆஃப் எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்டு கிவ்ஸ் மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்டு. இப்போ வேரியேஷன் ஆஃப் மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்டு கிவ்ஸ் த எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்டு அப்படின்ட்டு ஃபோர்த் லெசனில் ஃபேரடேஸ் லாஸ் ஆஃப் எலக்ட்ரோ மேக்னெட்டிக் இண்டக்ஷனில் நம்ம பார்த்துருக்கோம். ஸோ அப்போ ஒரு ஃபீல்டு வேரி ஆகிறதுனால இன்னொரு ஃபீல்டை கொடுக்குது அப்படின்னா, அப்போ எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்டுனால மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்டும் போது மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்டுனால ஏன் எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்டு வரக்கூடாது அப்படிங்கிறது தான் மேக்ஸ்வெல் அனலைசேஷன் மூலமாக இந்த எலக்ட்ரோ மேக்னெட்டிக் வேவ்ஸ் என்பது ப்ரெடிக்ட் பண்ண முடிஞ்சது. இந்த எலக்ட்ரோ மேக்னெட்டிக் வேவ்ஸை ப்ரெடிக்ட் பண்ணதுக்கப்புறம் இட் வாஸ் கன்ஃபர்ம்டு பை த சயின்டிஸ்ட் ஹெட்ஸ். எலக்ட்ரோ மேக்னெட்டிக் வேவ்ஸ் அப்படிங்கிறது ஆரம்ப காலங்களில் லைட்டும் அது ஆப்டிக்ஸும் எலக்ட்ரோ மேக்னெட்டிக் வேவ்ஸும் தனித்தனி டாபிக் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு. பட் ஆக்சுவலாக ஆப்டிக்ஸ் அப்படிங்கிறது தட் மீன்ஸ் லைட் விச் இஸ் ஒன் ஆஃப் த பார்ட் ஆஃப் எலக்ட்ரோ மேக்னெட்டிக் வேவ்ஸ் அப்படிங்கிறது லேட்டர் ப்ரெடிக்ஷன்ஸ் எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்டல் ரிசர்ச் மூலமாக அனலைஸ் பண்ணப்பட்டது. ஸோ இது எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்டல் அனாலிசிஸ் பை ஹெட்ஸ், லைட் இஸ் ஆல்சோ ஏ எலக்ட்ரோ மேக்னெட்டிக் வேவ் அப்படிங்கிறத சொன்னாங்க. ஹெட்ஸ் எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட் மூலமாக எலக்ட்ரோ மேக்னெட்டிக் வேவ்ஸனுடைய எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட்டுடைய ஃப்ரீக்வன்சி 5×10⁷ ஹெட்ஸ் அளவுக்கு இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கண்டுபிடிக்கப்பட்டது. ஸோ இப்போ லைட்டு இல்லாமல் உலகத்தில் இருக்கக்கூடிய எந்த ஆப்ஜெக்ட்ஸையும் யாரும் பார்க்க முடியாது. ஸோ அப்போ லைட்டு தான் ரொம்ப முக்கியம். ஸோ அதே மாதிரி எலக்ட்ரோ மேக்னெட்டிக் வேவ்ஸ் இருக்கக்கூடிய எல்லாமே லைக் ரேடார் ஒர்க்ஸ் ஆன் த பிரின்சிபல் ஆஃப் ரேடியோ வேவ்ஸ், மைக்ரோவேவ்ஸ் கம்யூனிகேஷனுக்கு யூஸ் ஆகுது, காமா ரேஸ் கேன்சரை ட்ரீட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு யூஸ் ஆகுது. ஸோ இது மாதிரி இன்ஃப்ராரெட் ரேஸ், அல்ட்ராவயலட் ரேஸ், விசிபிள் லைட், எக்ஸ்ரேஸ், இது எல்லாமே எலக்ட்ரோமேட்டிக் ஸ்பெக்ட்ரத்தில் நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ண போகிறோம். ஸோ இப்படி பண்ணும்போது ஃபஸ்ட்டு இதில் டிஸ்பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் கரண்ட் அப்படின்னா என்ன அப்படிங்கிறத பார்க்குறோம். டிஸ்பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் கரண்ட் அப்படிங்கிறது when electric current carrying conductor is connected with the battery, current is passing through the conductor, so it is called conduction current. When a capacitor is charged with the battery, there is a gap between the two plates of the capacitor. If varying electric field gives the varying electric flux between the capacitor plates, there is a current changing which is called displacement current. So, but displacement current is defined as it is the current between the plates of the capacitor when the electric field varies. This is called displacement current. So, after that Maxwell's predicts 4 equations from the Gauss law. First lesson la Gauss law. Surface integral E vector dot dA vector is equal to Q enclosed by epsilon naught. So, Q enclosed by epsilon naught இது வந்து Gauss law. இப்போ ஒரு சார்ஜ் ஐசோலேட்டடாக இருக்கலாம். ஸோ ஒரு பாசிட்டிவ் சார்ஜ், அதாவது எலக்ட்ரிக் லைன்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஃபோர்ஸ் ஸ்டார்ட்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் பாசிட்டிவ் சார்ஜ் எண்டிங் அட் தி நெகட்டிவ் சார்ஜ். ஸோ it is may be a closed path or may not be a closed path. No need of being as a closed path. So, isolated point charge either positive or negative can exist. Whereas in the second equation, surface integral B vector dot dA vector is equal to 0 because this is the magnetic field, magnetic flux becomes 0. so that isolated magnetic pole cannot exist. It never exists single pole. ஸோ அப்போ அங்கே மேக்னெட்டிக் போல்னாக்க நார்த்து போல்லேருந்து சவுத் போலுக்கு மேக்னெட்டிக் லைன்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஃபோர்ஸ் இருக்கும். அப்போ மேக்னெட்டிக் லைன்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஃபோர்ஸ் இருக்குது அப்படிங்கும்போது தேர் ஷுட் பி ஏ டைபோல் நார்த் அண்ட் சவுத். சிங்கிள் போல் டஸ் நாட் எக்ஸிஸ்ட். அண்ட் in the third lesson, the electromagnetic induction, according to Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, line integral E vector dot dl vector is equal to d phi by dt, d phi e by dt. Variation of magnetic flux gives the EMF. This is the electromagnetic induction. After studying these three statements, Maxwell gives the final equation after discussing the Gauss law, Ampere circuit law and Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, and finally gives surface integral B vector dot dl vector is equal to mu naught times I enclosed plus mu naught epsilon naught into d by dt of E vector dot dA vector. So, this is the Maxwell's equations in the integral form. So, next we shall go for the electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves, the electric and magnetic fields, that means the variation of electric and magnetic fields perpendicular to each other with respect to the space and time produces electromagnetic waves propagating through the space which is perpendicular to both the electric and magnetic fields. For example, if electric field acts in the direction of y, magnetic field acts in the direction of z, electromagnetic waves propagates in the x direction, in the positive x direction. Like that, both electric and magnetic fields perpendicular to each other produces electromagnetic waves in the positive x direction. Then the properties of the electromagnetic waves. The properties of electromagnetic waves, the first one is it is produced by the accelerated charges, not a movement charge produce electromagnetic waves. When it is accelerated, that means changing electric field produces the magnetic field, changing magnetic field produces the electric field. So, that the accelerated charge alone produces the electromagnetic waves. Next point, the electromagnetic waves propagates without any material medium, no need of any material medium, since they are all the non-mechanical waves. Electromagnetic waves are transverse in nature. This means that the oscillating electric field vector, the oscillating magnetic field vector and propagation vector gives the direction of propagation are mutually perpendicular to each other. That means, the electric field vector, magnetic field vector and the direction of propagation of the electromagnetic waves are all mutually perpendicular to each other. Next, the point, electromagnetic waves travels with the speed of light, which is equal to the speed of light. The equation for that is c equal to 1 by root of mu naught epsilon naught, which is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second, where epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space or vacuum. Its value is epsilon naught is equal to 8.854 into 10 power minus 12 coulomb square Newton minus 2 meter minus 2, and mu naught is the permeability of a free space, which is equal to mu naught by 4 pi. So, mu naught is the permeability of a free space, which is equal to the value of 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 Henry per meter. So, next point, in medium of permittivity mu epsilon, permeability mu, the speed of electromagnetic waves can be given as mu equal to c by v. C is the velocity of light, which is the electromagnetic wave, and v is the electromagnetic wave which is travelling in the medium. For c, which is equal to 1 by root of mu naught epsilon naught divided by 1 by root of mu epsilon, which is equal to mu equal to root of mu r epsilon r, whereas mu r is the relative permeability of the medium, whereas epsilon r is the relative permittivity of the medium. And the next point is sixth one, the energy density, that is energy per unit volume associated with an electromagnetic wave propagating in vacuum or a free space, which is equal to u equal to half epsilon naught E square plus 1 by 2 mu naught B square, where 1 by 2 epsilon naught B square is equal to u e, which is the energy density of the electric field, and 1 by 2 mu naught B square, which is equal to u b, it is the energy density of the magnitude of the magnetic field, which is E equal to B c, whereas u e equal to u b. The energy density of the electromagnetic wave is generally we can call it as u equal to epsilon naught E square is equal to 1 by mu naught into B square. The next point, the electromagnetic waves are not deflected by electric and magnetic fields, even though the electric and magnetic fields oscillates perpendicular to each other, produces electromagnetic fields, electromagnetic waves, they are not deflected by the electric and magnetic fields. And the next point, eighth one, electromagnetic waves can show interference, diffraction, and can also be polarized like light, because light is also an electromagnetic wave. Light produces light can show the interference, diffraction, and also polarization. So, that electromagnetic waves also produces interference, diffraction, and also polarization. Next point, the ninth one, the average density, energy density of the electromagnetic wave u equal to half epsilon naught E square, which is equal to half 2 by mu naught B square. The energy, next point, the energy crossing per unit area per unit time and perpendicular to the direction of propagation of the electromagnetic wave is called the intensity, which is u equal to intensity I equal to u into C, or I equal to total electromagnetic energy u divided by surface area A into time, which is equal to power by surface area, because power P is equal to u by T. The next point, the 11, like other waves, the electromagnetic waves also carry the energy and momentum. For electromagnetic waves of energy u propagating with the speed c has a linear momentum, which is given by P is equal to energy by speed, or which is equal to u by c. The force exerted by an electromagnetic wave on a unit area of surface is called radiation pressure. Next point, number 12, if the electromagnetic waves incident on a material surface is completely absorbed, then the energy delivered is u and momentum imparted on the surface is P equal to u by c, which is for the absorbing material. If the incident electromagnetic waves of energy u is totally reflected from the surface, then the momentum delivered to the surface is P is equal to u by c minus of minus u by c, which is equal to 2 u by c. Energy incident on the surface which is absorbed அப்படின்னா momentum u by c, delivered அப்படின்னா 2 u by c. The rate of flow of energy crossing a unit area is known as a Poynting vector for electromagnetic wave, which is S is equal to 1 by mu naught into E vector cross B vector, which is equal to C square epsilon naught into E vector cross B vector. The unit of Poynting vector is Weber per meter square. The Poynting vector at any point, the direction of energy transport from that point. Next point, electromagnetic waves carries not only the energy and momentum and also the angular momentum. These are all the 15 points. 15 points are the properties of the electromagnetic waves. using the relations we come across, we can finding the solutions for the given problems in the NEET and JEE questions. Next, with the equations we have come across, we will see the example one. The relative magnetic permeability of the medium is 2.5 and the relative electrical permittivity of the medium is 2.25. Compute the refractive index of the medium. This is the question. For this, the solution is the dielectric constant, which means the relative permeability of the medium epsilon r is equal to 2.25, magnetic permeability mu r is equal to 2.5, the refractive index of the medium n is equal to root of epsilon mu r, which will give you the values of 2.37. So, these types of questions can also be asked in the NEET and JEE questions. Next, we shall go for the sources of electromagnetic waves. The electromagnetic, already we discussed variation of electric and magnetic fields gives you the electromagnetic waves. What are all the sources for producing the electromagnetic waves? We shall see. When the charge moves with uniform velocity, it produces steady current, which gives rise to magnetic field, which we have seen in the Oersted experiment. When electric current is passed through the conductor, there will be a magnetic field around this conductor, which is not time independent, only space dependent around the conductor in which the charge flows. If the charged particle accelerate in addition to the electric field, it also produces the magnetic field. Both the electric and magnetic field are time varying fields. Since the electromagnetic waves are transverse waves, the direction of propagation of electromagnetic waves is perpendicular to the plane containing the electric and magnetic vectors. Next, suppose the electromagnetic field in free space propagates along the z direction, and if the electric field vector points along the y direction, then the magnetic field vector will be mutually perpendicular to the both electric field and the propagation vector direction, which means E y is equal to E 0 into sin k x minus omega t and B x is equal to B 0 into sin k x minus omega t, where E 0 and B 0 are the amplitudes of the, that which means the maximum value of the magnetic field and electric field, which is amplitude of the oscillating electric and magnetic field. It is the wave number, whereas k is the wave number, omega is the angular frequency of the wave and k the unit vector. Here it is called the propagation vector. Direction of the electromagnetic wave is perpendicular to the both the fields. Next, we are seeing the diagram in which the fields, electric and magnetic fields are acting perpendicular to each other. For example, the electric field is in the y direction, magnetic field in the z direction, the electromagnetic wave propagates in the x direction, in the positive x direction. In free space or in vacuum, the ratio between the E 0 and B 0, that is the maximum amplitude of the electric field and magnetic field, it is equal to the speed of electromagnetic wave, which is equal to the speed of light, which is C equal to E 0 by B 0. In any medium, the ratio of E 0 and B 0 is equal to the less than that of the speed of the electromagnetic waves. Mathematically, its relation can be written as V equal to E 0 by B 0 is less than C. Further, the energy of the electromagnetic waves comes from the energy of the oscillating charge. Once the electromagnetic waves gains the energy, means it comes from the oscillating the electric charge. Next, the electromagnetic spectrum. Electromagnetic spectrum is the orderly distribution of the electromagnetic waves in terms of the wavelength or a frequency, which is shown in the figure as like this. In this diagram, the electromagnetic spectrum, for example, radio waves, microwaves, infrared rays, visible light, ultraviolet, X-rays and gamma rays. In the diagram itself, we are seeing the variation of wavelengths and also the frequency. For example, gamma rays have the lesser wavelengths. According to gamma rays have lesser wavelengths in addition to the higher frequency. Like this, wavelengths decreases and frequency increases. With the relation of C equal to nu lambda, we can get the frequency and for wavelengths, in which we discuss the radio waves. It is produced, the source of radio waves are, it is produced by oscillators in electric circuits. The wavelength range of the radio waves are 10 power minus 1 meter to 10 power 4 meter, and its frequency range is 3 into 10 power 4 9 hertz to 3 into 10 power 9 hertz. It obeys the reflection and diffraction. It is used in radio and television communication systems and also in the cellular phones to transmit the voice communication in the ultra high frequency band. Next, microwaves. It is produced by the electromagnetic oscillators in electrical circuits. The wavelength range is 1 into 10 power minus 3 meter to 3 into 10 power minus 1 meter, and the frequency range of the microwaves are 3 into 10 power 11 hertz to the 1 into 10 power 9 hertz. It obeys the reflection and polarization. It is used in radar system for aircraft navigation, speed of the vehicle, microwave oven for cooking and very long distance wireless communication through satellites. The next one is infrared radiations. It is produced from the hot bodies, also known as the heat waves. Infrared radiations, in other words, it is called as heat waves. And also when the molecules undergo vibrational transitions, rotational or vibrational transitions, the wavelength range of the infrared rays are 8 into 10 power minus 7 meter to 5 into 10 power minus 5 meter. The frequency range are 4 into 10 power 12 hertz to 6 into 10 power 10 hertz. It provides electrical energy to satellites by means of solar cells. It is used to produce dehydrated fruits and greenhouse effects to keep the parts warm. Heat therapy to muscular pain or sprain. TV remote control system, it is used the infrared rays to look through the gas, fog, mist used in the night vision in the infrared photography. Next, visible light. It is produced by incandescent bodies like bodies, and also it is irradiated by excited atom in gases. The wavelength range is 4 into 10 power minus 7 meter to 7 into 10 power minus 7 meter, and frequency range are 7 into 10 power 14 hertz to 4 into 10 power 14 hertz. It obeys laws of reflection, refraction, interference, diffraction, polarization, photoelectric effect and photographic actions. Without light, we cannot see the objects in front of us in and around us. It can be used to study the structure of molecules, arrangement of electrons in external cells of atoms and sensation of our eyes. In the ultraviolet radiations, it is produced by sun, arc and ionized gases. The wavelength range is 6 into 10 power minus 7 meter to 4 into 10 power minus 7 meter, and the frequency range are 5 into 10 power 17 hertz to 7 into 10 power 17 hertz. It has less penetrating power. It can be absorbed by atmosphere, ozone and harmful to the human body. It is used to destroy the bacteria, sterilizing the surgical instruments, burglar alarm, detect the invisible writing, fingerprint, and also in the study of the molecular structure. Next one is the X-rays. We all know about the X-rays. It is produced when a fast moving electron suddenly stopped by the material target of high atomic number. The wavelength of the range of the X-rays are 10 power minus 11 meter to 10 power minus 8 meter, and its frequency range is 3 into 10 power 17 hertz to 1 into 10 power 11 hertz. X-rays have more penetrating power than the ultraviolet radiations. So, X-rays undergo the surgery or the studying the structure of the atoms and electron cells. When the electron jumps from the one orbit to the another orbit, the X-rays are produced. It is used in detecting the fracture in the medical labs. Next, the gamma rays. It is produced by the transitions of the atomic nuclei and decay of the elementary particles. They are produced in the nuclear disintegrations. The wavelength is 10 power minus 14 meter to the 10 power minus 20 meter, and the frequency range of the gamma rays are 3 into 10 power 17 to 3 into 10 power 14 hertz. Gamma rays have high penetrating power than the X-rays and ultraviolet radiations. Due to its high penetrating power, which is used to destroy the cancer cells in the patient's interior part. Next, the types of spectrums. We shall discuss the types of spectrum. There are two types. One is emission spectrum. Emission spectrum is obtained when the luminous body emits light, which is directly analyzed by the spectrometer. There are three types of the emission spectrum: continuous emission spectrum, line emission spectrum, and band emission spectrum. The second one is absorption spectrum. When the light emitted from the source is absorbed by the material and then it is analyzed, the material is analyzed by the spectrometer, we can get the absorption spectrum. There are three types also here: continuous absorption spectrum, line absorption spectrum, and band absorption spectrum. And the last one is the Fraunhofer lines. It is the best example of the line absorption spectrum. The light emitted from the sun is examined by the spectrometer. It is consists of the large number of dark lines. It is due to the some elementary particles or gases which is present in the chromosphere, which is the outer part of the sun, which is absorbing some sort of light. These lines are shown as dark lines in the spectrometer. These dark lines are called the Fraunhofer lines. The absorption spectra for various materials present inside in the earth is compared with the Fraunhofer lines in the solar spectrum, which helps the identifying the elements present in the sun's atmosphere. That is all. With that I conclude electromagnetic waves and their properties, the types of spectrum, then Fraunhofer lines. இப்போ இந்த எலக்ட்ரோமேக்னெட்டிக் வேவ்ஸ் சாப்டரில் நாம் இது வரைக்கும் பார்த்த போர்ஷனில் டிஸ்பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் கரண்ட் பார்த்தோம், எலக்ட்ரோமேக்னெட்டிக் வேவ்ஸ் பார்த்தோம், ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸ் ஆஃப் எலக்ட்ரோமேக்னெட்டிக் வேவ் பார்த்துருக்கோம், எலக்ட்ரோமேக்னெட்டிக் ஸ்பெக்ட்ரம் பார்த்துருக்கோம். ஸோ இதிலிருந்து நீட்டில் ஜேஇயில் என்னென்ன மாதிரிலாம் கொஷின்ஸ் கேட்கலாம் அப்படிங்கிற சில எக்ஸாம்பிள் கொஷின்ஸ் நான் உங்களுக்கு எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுறேன். இந்த கொஷின்ஸை மாடலாக வச்சுக்கிட்டு கொஷின்ஸ் நிறைய பார்த்து நீங்கள் தெளிவு பண்ணிக்கிட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா நீட் ஜேஇ எக்ஸாமை ஈஸியாக ஃபேஸ் பண்ண முடியும். ஸோ இதில் கொஷின் நம்பர் 1, an electromagnetic wave passing through vacuum is described by the equations E equal to E0 sin kx minus omega t and B equal to B0 sin kx minus omega t. Then the options are A E0 k equal to B0 omega, B E0 omega equal to B0 k, C E0 B0 equal to omega k, D option is E0 equal to B0. The solution for this problem is the equations of the electromagnetic wave E equal to E0 sin kx minus omega t and B equal to B0 sin kx minus omega t. The relation between the electric field E0 and magnetic field B0 is E0 equal to C of B0. Then the velocity of light c equal to nu lambda, which is equal to omega by 2 pi into lambda, which is equal to c by k, where k is equal to 2 pi by lambda. On substituting the value of c, which is E0 is equal to c by k, therefore, the option is A, E0 k equal to B0 omega. The second question, the amplitude of the plane electromagnetic wave in air is 6 into 10 power 4 volt per meter. The amplitude of the magnetic field will be, the options are 8 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla, 5 into 10 power minus 4 Tesla, 2 into 10 power minus 4 Tesla and 2 into 10 power minus 12 Tesla. The solution is E0 equal to C of B0. We are asked to calculate the value of magnitude of the B0, which is equal to E0 by C, which is equal to 6 into 10 power 4 divided by the C value is the velocity of light 3 into 10 power 8. The answer is 2 into 10 power minus 12. The option D, which is 2 into 10 power minus 12 Tesla. Next question. Question number 3, a plane electromagnetic wave propagating in the x direction has a wavelength of 6 millimeter. The electric field is in the y direction and its maximum magnitude is 33 volt per meter. The equation for the electric field as a function of x and t is, the options are A option 11 sin pi of t minus x by t, x by c, B option 33 sin pi into 10 power 11 of t minus x by c, C option 33 sin pi of t minus x by c, D option 11 sin into pi into 10 power 11 of t minus x by c. The solution is the angular velocity omega equal to 2 pi nu, which is equal to 2 pi c by lambda, because nu is equal to c by lambda, which is equal to 2 pi into 3 into 10 power 8 divided by 6 into 10 power minus 3, which is the wavelength of the electromagnetic wave, which is equal to pi into 10 power 11 radian per second. This equation for the electric field along y direction axis, y axis in the electromagnetic wave is given by E y is equal to E0 into sin t minus x by c, which is equal to, on substituting the values of omega, we can get 33 sin pi into 10 power 11 of t minus x by c. So, the option is B, 33 sin pi into 10 power 11 of t minus x by c. The next question is question number 4. A plane electromagnetic wave E x is equal to 100 cos 6 into 10 power 4 t plus 4x volt per meter propagates in a medium. The refractive index of the medium is A option 1.5, B option 2, C option 2.4 and the D option is 4. The solution for this is comparing the given equation with the equations of the plane electromagnetic wave, we get E y is equal to E 0 cos omega t plus k x. Here the omega value is given as 6 into 10 power 8 and the propagation constant k is equal to 4. Velocity of light in the medium v is equal to omega by k, which is equal to 6 into 10 power 8 divided by 4, which is equal to 1.5 into 10 power 7, which is equal to the refractive index of the medium mu is equal to c by v, which is equal to 2. The answer is 2, the option B. Next, the fifth question, the pressure exerted by an electromagnetic wave of intensity I watt per meter square on a non-reflecting surface is pressure P is equal to I by C. The option given are A is equal to IC, B equal to IC square, C equal to I by C, D equal to I by C square. Solution for this sum is solution pressure P is equal to I by C. So, the answer is C option I by C. Next question, question number 6. If C is the velocity of light, which of the following is correct? A option mu naught epsilon naught is equal to C, B option mu naught epsilon naught is equal to C square, and C option mu naught epsilon naught is equal to 1 by C, and D option mu naught epsilon naught is equal to 1 by C square. In the property of the electromagnetic waves, also we have seen C is equal to 1 by root of mu naught epsilon naught, which will give you C square is equal to 1 by mu naught epsilon naught. From this we can get mu naught epsilon naught is equal to 1 by C square. So, the answer is D option mu naught epsilon naught is equal to 1 by C square. The seventh question, the electromagnetic waves having a speed of 2.5 into 10 power 4 ms minus 2 are travelling in a medium of relative permittivity 0.8. The relative permittivity of the medium is A equal to 1, B equal to 1.8, C equal to 2.5, and D option is 1.2. Speed of electromagnetic waves in vacuum is equal to C equal to 1 by root of mu naught epsilon naught. Speed of electromagnetic waves in a medium B is equal to 1 by root of mu epsilon. Here V by C equal to 1 by root of mu r epsilon r. Since mu r is equal to mu by mu naught and C epsilon r is equal to epsilon by epsilon r, which will give you the value of 2.5 into 10 power minus 4 10 power 4 divided by 3 into 10 power 8, which is equal to the value of 1 by root of 0.8 into epsilon r. So, which will give you the answer 1.8. So, the answer is option B 1.8. Question number 8. The electromagnetic waves of certain frequency passes from vacuum into a dielectric medium, then A option is wavelength increases, the frequency unchanged. Option B, wavelength increases and the frequency also increases. Option C, wavelength decreases and the frequency unchanged. Option D, wavelength decreases and frequency decreases. The answer for this is solution C, the wavelength decreases and the frequency unchanged, which is the property of the electromagnetic wave. When it is travelling from the one medium to the another medium, frequency does not change, whereas the wavelength and velocity decreases. Next question, question number 9. The sinusoidal wave at a frequency of 2.0 into 10 power 10 Hz and amplitude of 48 volt per meter. The wavelength of the wave is A option 1 into 10 power minus 2 meter, 1.5 into 10 power minus 2 meter, C 2.5 into 10 power minus 2 meter, and the D option is 3 into 10 power minus 2 meter. Solution, here the frequency 2 into 10 power 10 Hz and epsilon naught is equal to E naught 48 volt per meter, and the velocity c is equal to t 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Wavelength of the wave lambda is equal to c by nu, which is the frequency, which is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 divided by 2 into 10 power 10 hertz, which is equal to 1.5 into 10 power minus 2 meter. So, the option is P 1.5 into 10 power minus 2 meter. Next question, question number 10. The instantaneous magnitudes of the electric field E and the magnetic field B vectors in an electromagnetic wave propagating in vacuum are related as A option E equal to B by C, B E equal to C B, C E equal to B by C square, D option E equal to C square B. Solution, at every instant the ratio of the magnitude of E to that of B in an electromagnetic wave which is equal to the speed of light. So, that C equal to E by B. The answer is B option, E equal to C B. Then question number 11, if the total electromagnetic energy falling on a surface is U, then the total momentum delivered for complete absorption is option A equal to U by C, option B equal to C U, option C equal to U by C square, option D C square U. In its solution is, if the surface absorbs all the incident energy for complete absorption, the total momentum delivered to the surface P equal to U by C. So, the answer for this question is option A, U by C. Question number 12, which one of the following is the property of the monochromatic plane electromagnetic wave in free space is true? A option, electric and magnetic fields have a phase difference of pi by 2. B, electric and magnetic fields are in phase. C, the direction of propagation is along the direction of B vector cross E vector, and the D option is the pressure exerted by the wave is a product of speed and energy density. Solution for this question is, both electric and magnetic fields varies perpendicular to each other, so that there is no phase change. So, the option B is correct answer, electric and magnetic fields are in phase. And the question number 13, the velocity of electromagnetic wave is parallel to A, B vector cross E vector, B option E vector cross B vector, C E vector, D B vector. Solution, if E is along y direction and B is along the z direction, then the electromagnetic wave should propagate in the direction perpendicular to both E vector and B vector. So, it is along E vector cross B vector. So, the option B is correct answer, which is E vector cross B vector. Question number 14, an electromagnetic wave propagating along north has its electric field vector upwards. The magnetic field vector point towards A option north, B option east, C option west, D option downwards. In a question, it was given as the electromagnetic wave propagating along north direction has its electric field vector is upwards. So, that the magnetic field vector pointing towards the east. The option B is correct answer, which is east. Question number 15, the electromagnetic wave is propagating along x axis at x equal to 1 meter and t equal to 10 second. Its electric vector E equal to 6 volt per meter. Then the magnitude of the magnetic vector is, the answer A option 2 into 10 power minus 8 Tesla, B option 3 into 10 power minus 8 Tesla, C option 6 into 10 power minus 8 Tesla, D option 5 into 10 power minus 8 Tesla. Solution for this question is, we have given B equal to E by C. E value is 6 volt per meter and the C value is the velocity of 3 into 10 power 8. So, the answer is 2 into 10 power minus 2 Tesla. So, that answer is 2 into 10 power minus 8 Tesla is the correct answer. Question 16, the dielectric constant of air is 1.006. The speed of the electromagnetic wave traveling in air is denoted as A into 10 power 6 meter per 8 meter per second, whereas A is about A equal to 3, B equal to 3.88, C 2.5, D 3.2. Solution this question is, always the velocity of light is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Instead of A the value is 3. So, that the answer is 3. The option A 3 is the correct answer. Then question number 17, an electromagnetic radiation of frequency nu, wavelength lambda, travelling with the velocity c in air enters a glass slab of refractive index mu. The frequency, wavelength, velocity of light in the glass slab will be respectively, it is mu by lambda, nu by mu, lambda by mu and c by mu. B option nu, lambda by 2 mu, c by 2 mu. C option nu, 2 lambda and c by mu. D option 2 nu by mu, lambda by mu and c. Solution for this question is lambda m is equal to lambda a by mu m, whereas the answer is B option mu, lambda by mu, comma c by mu is the correct answer, which is the option B. Question number 18, in an electromagnetic wave, the angle between the electric field E and magnetic field B is A option 45 degree, B option 90 degree, C option 180 degree and D option 0 degree. Solution for this question is, in the property we have seen that the electric and magnetic fields are vibrating perpendicular to each other. So, that the angle between the electric and magnetic field will be pi by 2, which is 90 degree. The option B is equal to 90 degree. Question number 19, a charged particle oscillates about its mean equilibrium position with a frequency of 10 power 9 hertz. The frequency of the electromagnetic wave produced by the oscillator is A 10 power 6 hertz, B 10 power 7 hertz, C 10 power 8 hertz, D 10 power 9 hertz. Solution for this question is, the frequency of the electromagnetic wave produced by the oscillating charged particle 10 power 9 hertz, which is the same as the frequency of the charged oscillator. So, that it is in the same frequency, the option is D 10 power 9 hertz. Question number 20, a plane electromagnetic wave along y direction can have the following pairs of E vector and B vector. A option E y B z, B option E x B y, C option E x E z B y and D option E x and B y. In the question it is given as an electromagnetic wave is acting along the y direction, the other two factors are x and z. So, that electric field vector is in the z direction, magnetic field vector is in the z direction. So, that the option is D E x B z. So, that next question, question number 21, electromagnetic wave incident on a material surface delivers momentum P and energy E. Then the options are P is not equal to 0 and E is not equal to 0, B option P is equal to 0 and E equal to 0, C option P is not equal to 0 and E equal to 0, D option P equal to 0 and E is not equal to 0. Solution for this question is, in the property we have seen that electromagnetic waves incident on a surface produce and gives momentum and also energy. So, that both are not equal to 0, whereas the option A is correct, which is A equal to A option, momentum P is not equal to 0 and energy E is not equal to 0. Question number 22, a plane electromagnetic wave travels in free space along x direction and the value of at a particular point in space and time is 1.2 into 10 power minus 4 k cap Tesla. The value of k cap in volt per meter at that point is 1.2 j cap, B option 3.6 k cap, C option 1.2 k cap, D option 3.6 j cap. In the solution, the magnitude of k is E equal to B by C. BC, E equal to 1.2 into 10 power minus 8 into 3 into 10 power 8, which is equal to 3.6 volt per meter. If is along z direction and the electromagnetic wave propagates along the x direction, therefore, the E should be along y direction, which is perpendicular to both x and z directions, so that E vector is equal to 3.6 j cap volt per meter. So, the answer is D option 3.6 j cap. 23. Which of the following rays are not the electromagnetic waves? A option X rays, B option gamma rays, C option beta rays, and D option radio waves. In the given options, the rays X rays, gamma rays, and radio waves are the electromagnetic waves. So, the answer for this question is C option beta rays. The question number 24, the ratio of contribution of electric and magnetic field components to the intensity of electromagnetic wave is A C is to 1, B C square is to 1, and C 1 is to 1, and D root C is to 1. Solution: intensity in relation with the Ez U average is equal to 1 by 2 epsilon naught E naught square. Intensity in relation with the magnetic field B U average is equal to 1 by 2 mu naught B naught square. So, that the ratio between these two is 1 is to 1. So, the answer is C option 1 is to 1. Next question, question number 25. The dimensional formula for 1 by mu naught epsilon naught. A option L t minus 1, B option L power 2 t power minus 2, C option L power minus 1 t, D option L power 2 t power L power minus 2 t power 2. In the equations, C is equal to 1 by root of mu naught epsilon naught, whereas C square is equal to 1 by mu naught epsilon naught. C is the velocity of light. The dimensional formula for velocity of light C is L t minus 1. The unit is ms minus 1. The dimensional formula is L t minus 1. So, that C square takes place the values of L power 2 t power minus 2. So, that the answer is B option L power 2 t power minus 2. Okay students, இதுவரையிலும் we have discussed about the electromagnetic waves and their NEET based questions and JEE based questions. Now, let us have a brief about the lesson electromagnetic waves. From the beginning, what we have seen today is the displacement current. Displacement current is the current exists between the two parallel plates capacitors, the displacement current. Then the Maxwell's equations in an integral form. Then Maxwell prediction for the electromagnetic waves. What he predicts is the variation of electric and magnetic fields perpendicular to each other produces electromagnetic waves perpendicular to both the electric and magnetic field directions, which travels with the speed of velocity of light, which is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. We have seen the magnitude of electric field is E 0 and the magnitude of magnetic field is B 0. The relation between these two is C equal to E by B 0. This we have seen, and also the properties of electric and magnetic fields produces electromagnetic spectrum. The electromagnetic waves travels with the speed C equal to 1 by root of mu naught epsilon naught, and which is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second, whose dimensional formula is C equal to L t minus 1, its unit is ms minus 1. This we have seen. And nextly, the electromagnetic spectrum, which includes the visible light of all the 7 electromagnetic spectrum, says radio waves, microwaves, infrared rays, visible light, ultraviolet rays, X-rays and gamma rays. In the increasing order of wavelength, it is from gamma rays to radio waves, whereas in the increasing order of frequency it is from radio waves to gamma. Like this we can solve the simple problems which is asked in the NEET and JEE questions by using the relation C equal to nu lambda. Then the electromagnetic spectrum is divided into two types, emission spectrum and absorption spectrum. Emission spectrum is the light emitted from the source is directly analyzed by the spectrometer, which is of three types: continuous emission spectrum, line emission spectrum and band emission spectrum. Like emission spectrum, there is another one, it is absorption spectrum. Absorption spectrum is the light emitted from the source is passed into the absorbing material and then it is analyzed by the spectrometer, which also gives the three types of absorption spectrum, which is called continuous absorption, line absorption, band absorption. Again Fraunhofer lines, which already I have seen. I have told you the dark lines examined or observed from the solar spectrum are called Fraunhofer lines. It is due to the elements present in the gaseous state in the chromosphere of the or outer part of the sun's atmosphere, which absorbs the light emitted from the sun. So the dark lines which we have seen in the spectrometer, they are called line absorption spectrum, they are Fraunhofer lines. Okay students, by using the relations which we have seen today, you can solve the problems which are asked in the NEET exams and JEE exams, and the example sums I have seen, I have given to you. Use all these problems and do successfully the exams. See you. Thank you.
இந்நிகழ்ச்சியை பற்றிய தங்களின் மேலான கருத்துக்களை கீழ்க்கண்ட முகவரிக்கு கடிதம் மூலமாகவோ மின்னஞ்சல் மூலமாகவோ குறுஞ்செய்தி மூலமாகவோ தெரியப்படுத்தலாம். அனுப்ப வேண்டிய முகவரி: சிறப்பு அலுவலர், கல்வி தொலைக்காட்சி, 8ஆம் தளம், அண்ணா நூற்றாண்டு நூலகம், காந்தி மண்டப சாலை, கோட்டூர்புரம், சென்னை 6085. தொலைபேசி எண் 7824015000.